All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Harry from Hasper TV, and I'm with TJ from Spursy Talks. TJ, how you doing, mate?
Oh, go on, bro. I'm good,
Yeah,
man. I'm
yeah,
back. Come back from
yeah.
injury.
From injury.
Literally, the Tottenham staff rushed me back because
Mm.
of shit at Tottenham. It's shit out of Tottenham. Haven't even fully recovered from my hamstring, but I'm back.
That sounds like a
I'm
very Spurs
back.
thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. That's it. It
That's when
is
you got
as
pull
it
up in the middle of
is.
the stream, your arm just get injured, like, oh shit.
Yeah, man. I got a cramp in my voice, man.
Like 2 minutes into
Man.
the stream, it's like turning into like.
Hey, I'm funny, man.
Wait, the
Nah,
last stream
nah.
I did turned into like a dating thing, man. We were talking about like people cheating and stuff like that. That's what the last stream was like. So, God knows
Yeah,
what's gonna
man.
happen today. But
Who knows,
this,
man?
this,
Who
yeah.
knows, man?
But, but anyways, we beat Forest yesterday. Did you watch the game, TJ?
Yeah, man. But I can't. I have to be totally real with you. I
Mm,
don't care. To be fair,
mm,
it doesn't really affect me. We beat Forest. Well, P, but it don't mean nothing, man.
mm.
You know, in my opinion, like, sorry, man. Listen, bro. I've been gone for a long time, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Something broke me from when we got knocked out of the FA Cup, innit? I know, and I know this is not on the topic, but from getting knocked out of the FA Cup to getting knocked out of the Champions League to beating Forest, I don't care, man. You know, in my opinion, that first half was a bit iffy as well, man.
The Milan game, you
Took
mean?
us,
Do you mean the Milan game?
yeah, man.
Mm,
No. Forest, even in
mm.
Forest, man, that
Yeah.
first half was a bit iffy, man. It, you look, yeah, we beat Forest, but what does that mean, man? That don't mean nothing. Does it actually mean anything?
No, probably not. In the long
No,
run, probably not. Yeah.
we should be beating Forest.
Yeah.
At best, we should be beating Forest. But even if we lost against Forest, or even if we drew against Forest, it doesn't really matter because these 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 players bottled it when we needed it, and we needed something from our season.
Mm.
I'm not saying we're gonna go and win the Champions League. I'm not saying that, but it's performances that count. And clearly, these guys just want to play when they want to play, innit? So yeah, we beat Forest, but I'm not hyped about it. I don't really care.
Keep
And
it clean. One piece of Spurs news: the ladies' coach has been relieved of her duties. Yeah, she just got sacked.
sweat down.
Yeah.
Rah, man. Maybe that was a distraction in the dressing room. Who knows, man?
What in the women's dressing room? The women's distraction.
Bruh, who
Who knows
knows,
what
man?
goes on
These
in there? To be honest with you.
bro, who knows, man? You
Yeah.
got you got players that are saying, "Oh, the management's poor. They don't know if they're gonna start, if they're not gonna start."
Hmm.
You got the injury list is just I don't know. We
Hmm.
we we've hired some jokers. Our medical team is jokers, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You listen. You can
Do you
go
remember
in
the
for a
Romero
normal
thing? Do you remember? Did you see the Romero tweet? Remember what he said about the
about what
club, his injury or something? What was it?
I can't remember, bro.
Anyway, so he put a
About
tweet out, or sorry, no, he said something to the media, and then he had
mm,
to apologize for a tweet about what he said about Spurs medical staff or something.
pro, let me be real with you. Yeah,
Like, just because obviously he
we
has to, like, yeah.
he wants to. You know the Romero thing for the. Are you talking about the World Cup for
No,
him? Like,
he made a comment something like, oh, I'd have to find it, but it was like a week or two ago. He said something like, oh, something about Spurs and the medical team, and
yeah.
leave you out, big up Brian. Yeah.
Let me be totally real with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical team is rubbish, man. You
Mm.
can go to them for a normal checkup, and they can diagnose you with. They can diagnose you with something totally different, and
Mm.
then you're out for the longest while. You know what? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just not knowledgeable about Spurs. I don't know nothing about Spurs, but
Mm.
we have a poor setup. You know, our players get injured, and they don't get protected as well. You know, the worst thing is, isn't it? You know, we rush these players back as well. That's the problem as well. You know,
Kulusevski is one example of that, I think.
think about it, man. Kulusevski, I don't know. That guy, that guy is playing like he has no limbs.
Hey, you're right, mate. But
You
read
know,
this. She must be delighted to escape this pathetic club. She is now guaranteed to win a trophy within the next 18 months.
but she probably look. Anybody that leaves Spurs are not going to win trophies, though. That's the problem. The problem is Tottenham's not that trophy team. The ambitions, look, the way we're set up, we're not.
I'm sure I
We're
told
not.
you this. Do you remember Bale? Yeah, he left
Yeah,
Spurs. The only season he didn't win a trophy when he was on loan at Tottenham.
tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's corrupt.
Yeah.
No, but that is actually a serious matter. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm.
like our players have to leave for them
Mm.
to win trophies. In fact, our staff have to leave to win trophies. In fact, it might actually have to be our fans have to leave for us to see trophies.
Well, some of
My
our fan
point,
base, maybe some of our fans do have to leave. Yeah.
trust me, let me look. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. What you know, we talk about success, innit?
Yeah.
Like, what is success? Like, what is the definition of success? Are we even a part of the top six? This is my point, in it. Like, I always say this as well. You know,
Right.
that's the worst thing. What is the point of what is the point of us gloating about top six or we're top six club? Like, but we're not acting like them, because in the last 6 years, apart from Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, am I missing anybody? Whoever in it, yeah? They've all won trophies. Even Leicester, they've all won trophies. So
except Tottenham.
Yeah, apart from Tottenham. But we want to gloat about top four. Oh, we're a top six club. We finish in top four. But that top four don't mean nothing, man.
We never do anything with it, so.
In fact, I'd rather see us finish out of the top four. Because maybe that'll put some pressure on the Levy. I don't know, man. Because in my opinion, us finishing in top four, we're gonna just be doing the same cycle every single season. Nothing changes.
I'm with you with that. I'm completely with you with that. I'm sick of just going on the hamster wheel every day.
I don't care about top four, man. Let me be totally real, yeah. Look, yeah, cool. Maybe it's because Arsenal's flying away with this league as well, you know.
Yeah,
maybe it's that. Maybe that's why I'm come with this type of gritty energy. But do I even care about us finishing in top four? When, if you think about it, if you really just take your Spurs hats off, you know, this season has been a flop. Absolute nonsense. This whole season's been nonsense. You got two teams that are, let's just say, are challenging for the title. Man City and Arsenal. The rest of them are shambolic. Let's just say Chelsea had the season that they thought they would have had. We would have fallen behind. Liverpool is a bit iffy as well. Think about it like this. These giant teams are making Tottenham look like shit. Top four is achievable. But if they were performing, would we get top four? I don't even think so.
No.
This is my point.
If Chelsea had a decent manager and Liverpool had fixed their problems in midfield, I don't think we'd make top four.
Tell me about it, bro.
Yeah.
So this whole season, think about it like this. Like, cloud your judgment where we're at. Look, yeah, cool. We might be on the track to getting top four or whatever, but we're getting top four because the rest of the teams around us were weak. But if that's the best that Tottenham can do, it's not good enough. The rest of the teams around you are bad, so you should at least be challenging him then. In my opinion, we had the trajectory to challenge. It might be deluded of me, you know, but cool. Look, maybe it's because Arsenal's flying away with the league, but who would have thought Arsenal, after finishing 2 times in 8th position and at 6th position, we got top 4 to go straight to first? With the season that with what we've seen right now, yeah, with what we've seen, we should be in that actual challenging spot, in my opinion.
If
We
we
should
bought
at least
well,
be fin.
if we bought
Yeah,
well, we could have been up there. I think, yeah, but we didn't
we
buy
should
well,
be,
so we didn't buy well.
but we
So.
should be up there.
Mm. You know what Arsenal remind me of? You remember when we had Pochettino back in 2016, 2017? You know that Leicester season? The difference between
Hmm.
Arsenal and Tottenham is Arsenal went and bought in January. We didn't buy in January. Do you remember?
True, but
And now they got Trossard. Trossard's been a sick signing, man. Have you seen what he's done? He's done bits for
bro, that guy's
Arsenal.
bougie, man. But
Yeah.
we've got Richarlison, man.
So obviously,
Listen,
let's talk about
hard,
Richarlison
man.
because we were talking about this before we went on, yeah, and you were talking about his comments. Did you agree with what you said? You agreed with what he
Oh,
said,
yeah,
right?
man, totally, man.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. Yeah, we know he's a shit housery player. Yeah, let's be
Mm.
totally real, like. But for me, the management need to manage their players, you know.
Mm.
And after coming back from, look, let me just rewind. After performing well, he didn't get the goal against Chelsea. Then he got dropped, and then not knowing whether he's playing or not, whether he's getting minutes or not. You know, it's shit. It's shit management. You know, and I just think these players just don't care at this point. You know,
They're like
what do you
whatever.
think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think he was right to come out?
Well, I see it from a personal standpoint. Yeah, if I was Richarlison, like I tell people, are not gonna like this, but if I'm brought in, yeah, and I'm seeing Son not doing well, and I'm not playing, Richarlison's only started 13 games because he signed for us, 13, and Son
Mm-hmm.
started like 40, probably, I don't know, 30, 40, that sort of number. And you see someone like that playing. Do you remember when Danny Rose went into the dressing room? Do you remember in the documentary? He
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
Mourinho
yeah.
and he goes, "Everyone else in front of me shit," and he was right because we had fucking shit defenders then as
We had
well.
shit
But
defenders.
so we
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
point then. But like as in because he said that, I can actually see where he's coming from personally because like I said, if someone in front of you is doing really badly, you're thinking, "Why am I not playing? Why am I not given a chance?" That's how I think he saw it. He didn't say it exactly, but that's how I think he saw it. But because he went public with it, I think it's a bit different. As in, like, not saying you shouldn't have done it, but it changes the game completely because the manager's gonna be like, "Why didn't you say anything?"
No,
Like,
but for me, I think Richarlison is all fit. He has his right
he
to
has the
say
right to
why
say
am I
what he
not
wants. I'm
starting.
just saying the
You know.
consequences of it are just like, do you know what I mean?
No. The
Yeah.
question we're gonna have now, we keep asking this question. I've heard it a lot.
Mm.
Is Richarlison a flop because he can't score? What was he bought for? Why was he bought in this club? Like,
Mm.
what was the method to Conte's madness? Because I'm sure that Conte wanted Richarlison,
Are you
right?
sure? Are you sure about that? Because I read something different recently.
We read so much things differently, but
Because
he's got
apparently
the
Levy went
players.
to Everton and wanted to buy Richarlison because they had financial problems, so he thought he could get a
Hmm.
player for cheaper. Because he's 50 million plus add-ons, right? So, but I don't know whether say Conte said to Levy go get Richarlison. It doesn't say that. It just says that Levy personally did the deal. Apparently, they did it over dinner in Mayfair or something. Him and the other chairman.
So down.
Yeah, they went to Mayfair, went to some expensive restaurant, sat down, and did the deal. That's what I
Mm.
yeah.
Do you think Richarlison's a flop? Has
No,
what
for
is
me,
what have we expected from Richarlison? In my opinion, look,
yeah.
my opinion, and this
Mm.
is just my opinion.
Yeah,
He
that's fine. Yeah.
was brought to the club to provide backup for our attacking outlets. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Cover.
he
Yeah.
wasn't brought to the club to be the main guy, right?
No, he
In
wasn't.
my
No. Yeah.
so yes, he might be shooting blanks right now and not scoring and all of that, right? But is the criticism a bit harsh on Richarlison because he's not scoring? Or is it a case of Tottenham's just so shit, we're just expecting someone to score?
Let's get our top four. I think he's joking, by the way.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, if you want my take on it, I think Richarlison's not a flop because if you remember Son, yeah, I know he cost like a third of the money, but we're talking a different market now, yeah. This is back in like 2017, 2016. The market was different because before the Neymar deal, do you remember the Neymar deal? That
Mm-hmm.
changed everything. So nowadays, 60 million, 50, 60 million for me is like the going rate for a forward. Like, I'm not saying a top forward, but like, someone good, let's say. That's about, in my opinion, that's a going rate. But Richarlison ain't been given a run of games. Also, like when Son came into the club, he wasn't even a starter, and people weren't so critical of Son in his Son's first season. So to me, I think it's a bit unfair to be like, "Oh, Richarlison's a flop." Well, when Son was here in his first season, Son wasn't playing that much either. He wasn't even in the team. He was like not a bench player, but he didn't start as many games as people think.
I
So
agree with
like,
what you're saying.
I think we've got for me with a player, you got to give him 2 years. Unless he's like someone really shit, you got to give him like 2 years. If it doesn't work out, then fair enough, you get rid of him. Like with Ndombele,
Mm.
man, he's been there for 4 years. You could have told after Mourinho, you could have sold him after that and said, it's obviously not going to work out. Let's get rid of this guy. But
Yeah, hear that. I totally hear that, man.
which goal did Tottenham concede that made you sit back and say, fair play, no goal could be more of the same in that? Do you mean Nippon? Do you mean in general? Or do you mean this season?
I think Richarlison's best position is
Get the fuck
to
out.
fight home against. Yeah, look, for me, it's a case of
Hey, you're right, Leo.
everybody's performing so poor. It's got to the point where
Oh,
we
both.
just
He means
want
both.
we just want one person to just perform. Our
Mm,
striking force is blanking, man.
mm.
Even Kane, he's blanking right now.
You say that he's
Like,
got 20 Premier League goals.
yeah, but yeah, 20. But this is my point, man. Bro, look,
How's he
it
got
is
20?
bad,
Can someone explain this to me? Because I don't even know.
bro. You know what? Yeah, he's had a good look. Don't get me
Mm,
wrong, he's had a good season, but it's a case of the players around him are blanking and letting him down. We
it's
used to
true.
be
That's
one
true.
of the lethalest teams going forward. We now struggle to create chances, man. And when we do create chances, it's just like we can't put in the back of the net. I read something as well,
I can tell
I
what's the
think
point
it was
start fan
off
of
of
Richarlison.
yeah, I think it was just off one once we lost. I think it was when we lost against I think it was the FA Cup tie.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
posted this. I retweeted it. This is a few weeks ago, isn't it?
The Sheffield United one. Do you mean after that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Someone posted something and they said this season Tottenham have missed more open chances than any team in the Prem. I don't know how they calculated
That's
that
mad.
out, innit?
That's mad.
Let me be totally real
Mm,
with you. I don't know, man. Listen, like I said, I'm not a stats person, man.
mm,
I just read stuff. I just say it how it is. But when you're not finishing your chances, you're losing games. That's how it
mm.
goes, man. You know, it is true. Like we used to be lethal. We're just
Under
not lethal
Mourinho, I
enough.
thought we were lethal. I remember.
Bro, we were killing
But
off teams, man. We get
yeah.
one chance. Listen, we get one, two. We get one, two chances. We'll be finishing them. With this
Mm.
team, innit? We have maybe 5 chances. We can just about score one.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we can just about score one. I don't know, man. It's just
So,
what was your intake about like Forest? I didn't actually ask you.
what
Do
I
you
thought
think?
about the Forest game. You know
Yeah.
what? I was quite disappointed about how good Forest were. Forest were rubbish. Like they did nothing. Like even
But
I don't
first,
remember making a save. I don't remember Forster making a save.
first half, innit? I
Yeah.
thought we were poor though
I don't
in
think
the
we were great,
transition.
but I think they were just so shit.
Maybe we just need to go against shit teams, innit? Let's be totally
He's
real.
just joking, mate, by the way.
We'll
Winks is
be
back.
back on next season when
Winks is
Winks is back. You know what?
What's your
Yeah,
guest channel? Oh, it's Spursy Talks. If you want to go subscribe to him, it's Spursy Talks. I think that's you talking about you.
Yeah, man. My channel Spursy talks. I've been I've been um I've been out of action for a couple of weeks. Yeah, had an
But yeah, so
injury,
this question Nippon asked
but I'm
about
back.
what's the worst goal you think we've not the worst goal. What's the best goal that a keeper conceded that made you sit back and say fair play, no goalkeeper was saving that. You know, remember Leicester
This
away?
season.
The one I can think of. He said all time, but remember Leicester away when he scored that volley? That guy scored that volley. Can't remember his name. Forster had no chance. I remember who it was.
Mm.
Forster scored.
What are you talking about this season, or are you talking about
He
all
said all
time?
time and this season. He said so. Like,
I have to go back onto this, innit? Yeah,
mm. The one I
Chelsea.
yeah.
I think it was Chelsea away. No, it was we at home. Chelsea away when we were chasing Leicester for that league,
Oh,
and
Hazard's goal.
Hazard
Yeah,
fucking binned
yeah.
it, bro. I was like,
The one goal
game
I'll never
over.
forget. I remember I was there at the old White Hart Lane. You know when Adebayor scored that volley when they beat us 3-1.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
that
just
that
that
was
was insane, bro.
that was a game, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
We were one
game.
0 up and they beat us 3-1. That volley he scored, man, was insane. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was no goal for me. Goal no goal. He was gonna save that one either.
but is it for home or away?
No,
Does it
he's talking about
matter?
in
Like
general, just in general.
in general, yeah, no,
Yeah,
it has to be that Hazard goal, man. That Hazard goal,
cutting off the
bro.
left in it. Yeah,
Listen, bro, listen. That Hazard goal
yeah. He said he's
broke
been out for
something
2
in my.
weeks. He's been out for 2 weeks. What's the point? He's been out for
Yeah,
2 weeks, man. He had an
Spursy
injury.
talks. Your last
Yeah,
stream was 2 weeks. So yeah, man. I was gone. The
yeah,
the Tottenham medical team
yeah,
said I'm allowed to come on.
yeah.
My vocals is back. I'm back now, innit? You know, I'm back now. I'm back making content.
Yeah. So thoughts on Porro? What do you think about him
You
against
know
Porro?
what? Yeah, he's all right.
Mm,
Don't get me wrong. He's all right. He played all right, but
mm,
it's just you know, for me, he loses the ball a lot. You know.
mm,
I think, look, maybe it's because he's more of a creative player, and we haven't seen this type of creative spark. But he loses the ball a bit too much. There's been times when he's like running forward and he just loses the ball, and you're thinking, shit, we need to defend for our life.
mm.
But who knows, man? Maybe we can like shift him to the left or shift him to the right and play Emerson Royale as well. Because I don't really think
Yeah.
Emerson. I think Emerson Royale has been done hard done by Pedro Porro now, man.
I was going to ask you about Emerson because it's been a couple of
Yeah, no,
weeks.
no, bro. Listen, let
Yeah.
me. Listen. I'll put my hands up. Like I said,
Mm.
I don't rate Emerson Royale like that, but
He's done well, isn't it? The
he's
past few
he's
games.
he's done he's been good, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's been good. But the problem is now we have either Emerson Royale or Pedro Porro. And who you gonna go with?
I think it depends who we play.
Now, my indication, I would go with Emerson Royale because obviously the defensively,
Mm.
Emerson Royale is solid, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if we're going, if we're gonna be defensive, that means we're not gonna really attack the opponent's team, which kind of kills us, you know, because when you don't have a right back that goes forward and like, you know, dominates the wing, you know, it hurts other players around them, you know, and we see it like even when Emerson Royale is playing with Kulusevski, you know,
Mm.
it really hurts Kulusevski's performance. But when you have Pedro Porro that actually hugs the line and that just attacks the wing, it kind of gives another option, you know, like there's a lot of sorry, I can't read and
Vincent, I
talk in
want
it.
Vincent Company as our new manager. He'll win something with us as his head is shaped like a cup.
So I don't think so, man. We've had, listen, the best,
Mm.
in my opinion, look, the best managers to win trophies in the world managed
Mourinho.
Tottenham, and they couldn't win trophies. So why is Vincent Company any different?
I think because
That's
a lot of
my.
Spurs fans want like a project again. That's probably why.
Then bring back Poch.
I know you're going to love Poch, but
Bring back Poch, man. You know what? Yeah, listen. Like, I'm more on Poch now than ever before now. You know why? Because I could
What?
actually see him
Bring back Nuno. This guy's
bring back
trolling.
Nuno. Bro, you're smoking something, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that is dangerous. That's dangerous territory. We could
Imagine
just
Nuno came
about
back. We will make you proud. We made a mistake. We sacked him and brought him back.
no, you know what, Poch for me, I just think Poch should come back, you know. He knows
I
Tottenham,
think
he
he'll
knows
come back.
Tottenham's DNA.
I think he'll come back.
I want him to come back. No, you know, everybody's against this Poch come back, innit? But
Mm.
let me just open the question. Poch knows how Tottenham, like what Tottenham's about. He's built, like, think about it. He spent like 5, 6 seasons building a plan. Maybe, yeah, he didn't win a trophy. He didn't get to win a trophy. But let me be totally honest with you. The progress that he made with that Tottenham squad, and think about it, yeah.
Mm.
That squad that we had, yeah, under Poch wasn't all that, if you think about it. Yeah, we had
The first 11
Vertonghen
was
and
sick.
Toe.
The first 11 was sick, but
Yeah, but we
the
just didn't
bench was
have
crap.
nobody on the
Yeah.
bench.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, Poch deserves a redemption. I think it will be a fairy tale story.
Do you think he'll come
We might,
back and it'll be like,
you know what we need to set up? We need to set up all or nothing
yeah, again?
for Poch.
Mm-mm.
If he returns, all or nothing, all or nothing. There's some sort of sponsorship should happen, you know,
Thing is, I
because
think he's just waiting in like the Spurs hotel or something, just waiting for Conte to get sacked
I think he's already the manager in a
without
sense
us
of
knowing. Yeah,
without us knowing. I think he's already the manager, you know, behind the scenes. Like, I feel like it just makes so much sense for Poch to come back.
that's the
Why
funny
would
part.
it? But obviously, I know that you don't want Poch. Why
Yeah,
don't you want Poch?
it's more just like I just don't think
He's capable.
it's just like okay, if we had Jose Mourinho, right, and he won a
Mm-hmm.
trophy at Tottenham or 2 trophies, you know, like he did at Chelsea, right, and they
Mm-hmm.
sacked him, whatever happened. And they
Mm-hmm.
brought him back. At least he comes with like pedigree of like you know, winning things, and I'd be more confident. But Pochettino had that team, especially the Leicester season, and and they didn't win anything. Like the FA Cup, remember when he played Son
Yeah,
left
but
wing
you need
back,
to remember this,
made
innit?
Son left
Yeah,
wing back.
you need to remember this, innit? Who would have thought Spurs would go to the Champions League final? You don't understand how bad Tottenham was at that point. Tottenham was bad. We were like the underdogs. You know when you get like that team in it, yeah, that you just
Yeah.
don't expect to go to the final.
Tottenham's
That
that
was
team.
Tottenham.
Yeah,
Think about it.
we had no right to be
Yeah,
in that final. You know that.
we
Like,
didn't exactly. Tell me about it, bro.
yeah,
Tell me about it. We had
we got
no
so lucky,
right.
man. So lucky in the City game
We
as
did.
well. Remember?
We had no right beating teams like City, beating teams like Ajax. Obviously, we fell short with Liverpool, you know. But I just feel what Poch built,
Mm.
we're missing that. We're missing the Tottenham. We're missing the Poch style. We're missing. It just looked like the players were enjoying themselves, you know.
Mm.
I miss that. Look, it's come to my attention. I don't really care how much we lose, you know, but I at least want us to try and have a go at winning a game.
Mm.
Example: Champions League, against AC Milan. All we had to do was score one goal. You know,
Take
score
it
one
extra
goal.
time. Yeah.
All we had to do is score one goal. But Tottenham sat back. Tottenham had one shot on target the whole damn game. Tottenham, this is my point. My point is this. As much as Conte might have his pedigrees at winning things and all of that, I would rather lose 5-6-0 and know that my team tried.
Well, you
And
know
know
the substitution. Kulusevski came off for Sanchez. Remember?
that fucking, listen, I turned off the TV as soon as I saw that,
Is it?
bro.
Is it?
Bro, listen, I swear down, I turned it off.
Mm,
I turned it off. I
yeah,
went onto Netflix. I'll tell you
yeah.
straight, I didn't
Yeah,
watch that
that's
shit.
fine. Don't worry, man.
I didn't watch that shit. When I saw that
Yeah,
shit, I was like, that is shit.
yeah.
That is absolutely dog shit. How you telling me we need a goal and you're putting on Sanchez?
Wait, read this. Conte is possessed
Con-
by the spirit of George Graham.
but
Do
like
you know
for
who
real,
George
for
Graham
real.
is? Do you know who he's
Yeah, of
talking about?
course, man. Of course, man.
Bro, that guy, like, he won us
He
that League Cup,
he
though.
he was a legend, man.
He won us,
It's a
you
bit
know, he
past.
used to manage Arsenal. That's why people hated him.
Yeah, he was past my time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I went
I
to that
wasn't.
final that we won with him, actually. I was
Oh,
only
did you?
7. I was only 7, though, but I
Yeah,
remember,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was past my time, innit?
Mm,
I didn't experience nothing, but one of the best memories for Tottenham's. But back to what I was just about to say.
mm,
My look, all we needed was a goal, but you put on people like Sanchez and you sit back and you defend for your fucking life. Like I said, I don't really care if we lose or win. Right now our season's over. But
mm.
what I want to see is Tottenham try to score. I rather us lose 4-0 and walk away from it and say, "Oh, at least we tried. We wasn't the best team. They were better than us." Really and truly, we're going against teams and we're just sitting back. We're not we're not playing our style. You know what? Something funny. What is to dare to do? That shit. What is that to dare to do? It's to dare to die, bruv. Right now, man. To dare to die.
Putting
We
on
are
Sanchez
dying
tells
out
me
there, man.
Conte's looking for the sack. Okay. A lot of people said that, actually, to be fair.
Conte don't want to be there, bro. This
Yeah.
is why. This is why. Listen. Even the way he's talking in his press conferences,
Mm,
even the way he's on the touchline, Conte doesn't want to be at Spurs. And if you don't want to be at Spurs, you need to go.
mm.
This is why I'm Conte out.
Stay out, yeah.
I will tell you straight.
I know you said.
You,
Yeah.
you, a few weeks before, I would say it doesn't matter. You can stay away. But I'm the biggest Conte. I will tell you straight. Anybody challenge me. I don't really care if you're old, young. If you don't want to be at Spurs, there's no point of keeping a brother. There's
No,
no
you're
point.
right. You're right. But we don't
There's
know.
no point.
We can always say what we
No,
see.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. You saying we don't know? I know. I saw this brother on the touchlines.
Mm.
When I saw that, bro. I said I want him out. I said I want him out. I don't want him. I don't want him to manage Spurs again.
Mm.
Listen. I saw him against AC Milan. Put
Yeah, I know,
on
like this,
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Put on Sanchez when we needed to win. My point is this, innit? Yeah, I saw him put on Sanchez when we needed to win. I'm sorry, he needs to go. In my opinion, he needs to go. Yeah, thank you for the memories. Goodbye. Have a nice day. In my opinion, we need to move on. He wants to leave. I want him to leave. In my opinion, if you don't want to be there,
Then leave.
don't be there.
Yeah.
Look, cool. I've really deeped how Conte's acting the last few months.
Mm.
He went away. He had that injury in it, like he was sick.
Yeah.
Had that surgery. Do you think he cared about Tottenham?
At that point, no.
We were playing better football with his boy.
Yeah.
We were playing better football with his boy.
Remember, you wanted Stellini to come in if we win. If we won, what was the game? I can't remember what the game was.
I said if Stellini wins against Chelsea, he should stay.
I was Conte in up until the FA Cup and AC Milan.
Look, in my opinion, we were playing better football with his boy than
with him.
Now, let's be totally honest here. Now, as Spurs fans, I know we've been through a lot, but When you look at Conte, do you think that brother wants to be here? And if you still say you want him in your club, you're lying to yourself. You're in denial.
Hmm.
When I look at Conte, he actually doesn't want to be there. Before, if you remember, he was like, come on, move, louder, louder. Bro, I don't see that no more, man. I don't see that. I don't see the energy.
Scott disagrees with you about Conte. He wants Conte to stay. So
When Conte leaves, we are getting worse football, worse results, as much as
much
a
worse,
worse
man.
manager. But Scott, let me ask you this question. Now, take your Conte in hat on. Take your Conte
Off.
in or out hat off for a minute. When you listen to the guy speak about Spurs, and when you look at him on the touchline, and what you see, forget my opinion about Conte in or out, because I was like you, I wanted Conte to stay. In fact, I even said Conte needs to stay because this team will be worse off. I said them same things. But when you look at him, do you think this guy wants to stay? If this is a manager that wants to stay at your club, if another team came for Conte, I don't know. He got
Like an
offer.
Italian team or something. Yeah.
He got offer. Forget who it is. It doesn't even have to matter who it is. Do you think Conte's accepting or staying?
Yeah. What do you think, Scott? Do you think he's going to stay
What do
or
you
go
think?
if he gets another offer?
Because if you say he's going to accept, that's more of advice that you're Conte out.
Your club
Or
was
you
on the
think
right.
he would want to stay? So okay, fair.
But Scott thinks he's leaving 99%.
I think he's leaving.
Mm.
Look, I'll tell you straight. Look, look. Maybe I'm young. Maybe I just don't have no filter. But he doesn't want to be here, you know. And it's like the more I see Tottenham play, the more dysfunctional I see them perform.
Mm.
You know what happened to Conte is a crucial winner. He wins everywhere we go. Like even all of these type of things. Like we said this at the start of the season. Like all of these things matter. The way we got knocked out of the FA Cup and obviously the
That was
Championship,
horrific.
bro.
The
Listen,
FA
I'm
Cup one.
sorry.
The FA Cup one.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
The way we got knocked out of these competitions, and if you're not playing your best 11, don't play at all, in my opinion. Now, cool. I agree. He doesn't want to be here if the club's ambition is fourth. So, thank you. Cool. Now, I'm going to just use your comment. If the club's ambition is fourth, he doesn't want to be here. Now, why would you want someone to stay if he doesn't want to be here?
This is why I'm against Poch, because of Nippon's comment. Look, he's a yes man.
Poch is yes man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Why would you want? Look, if our goals, in my opinion, I'm sorry, it might sound like I'm really deluded. If our goals are top four, and Conte's not agreeing with our goals, there's a problem, in my opinion, because he wants one thing and they want the other. Yeah, cool. No matter who, and we actually don't know. We don't know this, innit? We don't know factually if this is all true. This is he say, she say. We think it's a top four club. We run like a top four. It's he say, who say. Yeah, but let's just say his goals is top. His goals is more higher. He wants to win the trophy. He wants to win. In fact, forget the trophy. He wants to go win the title. Yeah. If the goals are different, and the manager, so in my opinion, the board's not going to back him. Where does it land? It's a bad relationship, and a bad relationship is a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Look, don't get me wrong. It might sound really deluded how I'm speaking about Spurs, but I can't. After seeing how he was on the sideline, And after seeing with my own eyes, I saw him put on Sanchez and I turned off the TV. I said, Conte's gone. In my opinion, he doesn't want to be here, and I don't want him to be here. If a manager doesn't want to be at our club, then I don't want him to be at the club either.
Yeah, Scott, I'm at this point too. I'm probably just Mason in because it doesn't really matter who we get.
Cool. Now that
you
goes
know,
on to the
who,
next
who
one,
I
man.
really want. You know who I really
Yeah,
want.
yeah. You're deluded, man. I don't want to hear it, man. Listen, I've come back from injury. By you saying that guy's name, it's gonna cripple my throat. You're as deluded as bro. Listen, think about it. We're arguing if Conte wants to stay, and this guy's still talking about Sean Dykes. Bro, you understand? This is the level we're at right now. Like, this is the level.
Nah. My mate was telling me, actually, it's quite funny. My mate was telling me the other day that he's got like two nephews who are Spurs fans as well.
Yeah.
And he goes to me, my nephew was talking about Sean Dyche. I thought of you.
You know what? Yeah, one thing I have to say about Sean Dyche,
yeah,
he would be a good, he would be a good defensive manager for us.
Mate, we'll probably sign Chris Wood and that.
I think he would put this defense. We've been missing like all of these defenders, and I feel like he will solve that problem. He will focus on our defensive style. Sorry, the not deluded comment.
That's fine. Sean Dyche.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, talking about defenders, Ben Davies left wing back seems to be a thing now. What are you thinking about him playing there? Before we go into thinking about Southampton.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'll take my Spurs hat off and I say, well, good performance from Ben Davies. He's been performing well.
He's done well on that side.
Yep. But I go back down to my point, and I don't want to take away from my credit that I've just given him, but it's not good enough.
In the long run, it's not going to work, is it? No.
It's not good enough. We're still hyping about players like Ben Davies and Diane Sanchez and all these damn players. It's not good enough. You can perform good for so long, then you turn shit. Think about it like that. It's not the.
I mean, at some point, by law of averages, he's going to play well one game, isn't he? That's what you're basically saying.
We don't need players like Ben Davies. Look, I'm not against. Look, I don't want it to make it like I'm against the whole Spurs team, but Dyer's not good enough. Ben Davies is not good enough. Sanchez is not good enough. Longleg's not good enough. Ben Davies has always been a good backup. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But he's been a good, reliable backup. But I remember saying this in the Pochettino era.
As a backup,
Dyer was a good backup.
Yeah.
Ben Davies was a good backup.
These players are starters now. Yeah.
Now they're starters. They're the main guys. They're the shooters now. This is what our future. You know when you have kids. Well, I don't have kids. I'm not too sure about you, bro. But when we have kids in it,
yeah,
our kids are gonna look up at the starters.
Yeah.
And they're gonna see Ben Davies in the lineup.
And they think, this guy must be good. Yeah.
And they're gonna want to get the shirt of Ben Davies. Is that good enough?
No.
It's that good enough? Come on, let's be totally real here. No. I don't want to hinder his performances. Yes, props to Ben Davies, but it's not good enough.
Ken from Barbie.
We definitely need a big revamp.
That we need to
get rid of. Look, I'll say it straight, and maybe I'm the only one that's gonna say it. Dyer, Ben Davies,
Sanchez,
Tanganga, Longleg is gone. Tanganga. That's a whole back. That's a whole backup, and you know what I'm saying. Apart from obviously Pedro Porro, even look, let's be totally real here.
Yeah.
Emerson Royale,
he's not good enough, is he? Yeah.
Bro, tell me about it. This is why I'm saying they're not good enough. When you compare it to previous Tottenham teams,
Carl Walker.
Our previous Tottenham teams, we had Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen. Listen, think about it like this: we had Kyle Walker, we had Trippier, we had Danny Rose, And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these guys are amazing, but look at how Kyle Walker is. Look at how
Mm.
Trippier is. Look at how Toby Alderweireld is. Look at how Jan Van Tongen is.
Different class. Ledley, we had
Different
Ledley King.
class.
We had Ledley King. Even in
Let
Redknapp's era, man, we had a better
Tell
defense
me
than we have
about it.
now.
We
Even
tell me about
Assou-Ekotto.
it.
Even Assou-Ekotto is a better option we
Tell
have
me
on there.
about it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying. So I'm not on this platform to start saying lies.
Lies.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ben
exactly.
Davis is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know, oh, but Ben Davis had a good.
He's a top G. Yeah.
No, I'm not on here
I know. I'm not
to
saying you are,
start
but I'm
gloating
saying,
about that.
yeah.
But bro, if they're not, they weren't good enough 5 years ago, 8 years ago. Why are they good enough now?
It don't make sense anyway.
It makes no sense. No, honestly, it makes no sense, and it makes me question where we're going, because our backups have turned to starters.
Yeah. Our technical players are rubbish compared to. Yeah, I agree with you. But JJ, he's right, man. They're gonna get new contracts.
Now look at this here as well. I've got another dig at the players that we have in our squad. Compare our you know what? You don't even have to compare our squad. I'll just light up the defense. Compare our defense to the top 8.
None of them get in.
Arsenal's better.
Yeah.
Arsenal's better. Man City's better. Chelsea's better. Newcastle, way better.
Good defense.
Way better.
Yeah.
Look, Liverpool, as much as they're having a bad season, is better than Tottenham. Who else? Who else?
We had Arsenal, didn't we?
Chelsea, Arsenal. But look, when I'm listing up our rival teams, I don't have to. I need to just. I just need to just say 4 teams, 5 teams, and then you understand. Man United,
Man City.
Listen, Man City.
Yeah.
Look, my point is this: if we are saying as Tottenham fans, our rival team is better than our back line, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, not good enough.
There's something wrong.
But I agree with you, man. It's not good enough.
Back to Ben Davis. Well done. Maybe that's the performance we need.
Yeah,
maybe
I agree with
if
you,
he can.
I wanted him to. Botman, yeah.
Botman, yeah, that would have been a banging signing. You know,
it was only 30 million as well, which we don't do signings like that. We've got Longley on loan instead,
and he's not even staying.
Yeah,
we've already decided he's staying over there.
Yeah, it says a lot, doesn't it?
Says a lot, innit? Think about it like that. So, Ben Davis, props to you. Maybe listen. I just want to see you perform a bit more. It's what is, innit? I can't now say, oh, if he doesn't perform, where do we go from here? Because where do we honestly go from here? We don't have no players to even
play.
Listen, look. Our backups has turned to main players, and even main players, we don't have backups to the main players. That's the level Tottenham's on.
The backups to the starters that were backups before.
Think about it like
that. Don't make no sense.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But cool.
Ben Davis.
Props to Ben Davis.
Where we come to.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. So we all got Southampton on Saturday. So I want to talk about just one player quickly before we go into the actual thing. Ward-Prowse, are you scared of him or not?
Let me be real with you. If he's on a free kick, he's gonna slot that in, man.
He's gonna slot one in, isn't he?
Yeah, man. He's a baller, bro. But the only problem I have about Ward-Prowse, I feel like
I think he got 2 assists against us last season, or 3.
Yeah, he's one-dimensional though. He plays as just a certain way, and he doesn't really adapt. You know, so the way Southampton's been performing this season, they have been really poor. Yeah, let's be totally real with you, innit? You know, so even when it comes down to like their main players, Ward-Prowse is going to obviously be a big threat. But would you have him at Spurs?
No, not really.
Nah, I'm not going to lie to you. No.
You know, the reason I bring this up was we were linked with him the other day. From football.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have him at Spurs, man. That's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion, because it's just look, it's like I don't see him as one of the best midfielders.
He's not. He's not.
You know, yeah, he's got a good free kick. In fact, we should actually buy him for his free kicks.
Just bring him on whenever you have a free kick.
Yeah, man. But look, let's be totally honest here as well. Foster has been
He's actually done
performing.
well.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's been under the radar as well, because not that many people are given credit where credit is due.
Also, I feel more comfortable in Forster in goal than I do Lloris.
I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to admit that out loud, didn't it? Yeah, but it was in the back of my mind.
On free streams.
No, it was in the back of my mind, didn't it? Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Foster has. I don't think he's made any major mistakes. That's the difference between Foster and Lloris. But you know what? It's weird. It's weird when you say stuff like that, because who would have thought Emerson Royale would have been one of our best defenders? Think about it like that. So Foster, look, cool. What do you think about Southampton? Do you actually think they could get a win here?
They beat Chelsea earlier in the season. I think there's a chance. There's a chance.
I'm just a bit nervous.
It's at Southampton.
I'm just a bit nervous that we are going to turn up and take the piss out of Southampton. We're not going to take it serious.
Win the game.
Yeah. Because think about it. They do have a few ballers in it, but it's like Southampton's been poor this season, so I expect Tottenham to win.
But they beat Chelsea. I'm not saying we shouldn't win the game.
Chelsea's been all over the gaff, man. Fucking Tottenham beat Chelsea, man, and Tottenham couldn't beat Chelsea to save anybody alive. So that don't matter, man. Yeah. Exactly, like Chelsea, bro. Chelsea's been all over the gas. We beat Chelsea for the first time. In fact, I think it's the first time I witnessed it with my own eyes.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. I don't think. When was the last time we beat Chelsea? Apart
Wembley,
from that point,
I think at Wembley.
When was that? 2016.
When Son scored that goal, remember Son ran like half the pitch. Makes you wonder
where
that Son's gone. But I remember he ran half the pitch and scored. He went past like 2-3 players and he scored off the right hand side. It was on a breakaway actually. He's got the ball and just went full pelt. It was like the Burnley goal he scored as well. It's not that it was good as the Burnley one, but it was like that.
On the top of my memory, I can't really remember that. I probably did watch the game. It's just I just can't remember.
We won 3-1, I think.
We won 3-1. We been Chelsea out. I think I remember.
Yeah.
I think I remember. So do you think we can obviously beat Southampton?
Well, we should beat Southampton, but it's Tottenham, so I can't put a bet on it, can I? Like we could turn up, like you said, just assume we're going to win the game, turn up and just be lazy and be like, whatever. And they'll we lost who was it 1-0 the other week? Was it Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that game.
That was a kill fest, man.
Shit.
That was actually we were on ropes the whole game as well,
First half we looked like we were going to win the game. Second half we just didn't bother.
So wait, Southampton's last fixtures were what? Do you know?
Give me a second. I think they obviously beat Chelsea in it, but no, they drew to Man United. Do you remember? 0-0.
Yeah. So okay, cool. So they seem like they're beating all the top sides or drawing and like they're performing. They're performing against all the top sides. It might be a bit difficult, but I don't know. Look. I feel like we have one game a week, and I feel like we're gonna win. We're gonna win comfortably. It's just
I think it'll be like if we win, it'll be like 1-0 or 2-0 or something like that.
Can we trust our defenders?
No.
And what's the defense you're going out with? That's the question now.
I don't think we have many options. Like, would you start Emerson on the right instead of Porro in this game because we're going to be defending more?
No, I'll start Porro.
So on the left, it's got to be Davies again, I guess.
Yeah, Porro Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got
Centre
Dyer,
back
Longley, and
Dyer,
Romero again.
Longley,
Romero.
Dyer, Longley,
Romero.
Emerson.
Or you can put Emerson into defense and drop Romero.
Yep. Fuck Romero, man.
Yeah.
That guy, bro. I never, bro. That guy is short fuse, bro.
Yeah. Did you see what
Bro,
he did when he got that red card? Just took him out.
Bro, listen. He is honestly. I don't. There's something. Look, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I like them. I like aggressive players, but it's seriously a
He
problem
takes it too far, doesn't
him.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, there's seriously a problem with him.
Do you think he's got anger management or something?
Bro, you're talking about anger management. Bro, he needs to have a therapy session. Listen, you're talking about anger. It's not even anger at this point. Bro, he's taking his anger out on anything.
Yeah.
He needs a stress ball or something, a fidget spinner or something to keep him calm.
Yeah. At half time, like
man, to keep him calm. You know, he might. You know what? He might need to start smoking or something, bro.
Just calm him down.
His brain, whatever's going through his head most of the time, crazy. I don't
know what goes through his head?
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
You know what? He reminds me. You know when you used to play like five-a-side football and stuff, yeah.
And then you got that one guy that fucking takes everybody out.
Yeah, when you tackle him, he comes for you like a minute later and takes you out.
Bro, it's a big problem. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Look, we might be joking about it, but Romero,
since the World Cup, I think he's had like.
I think he needs to be dropped.
Something like crap.
He needs to be dropped. No, I'm sorry.
Would you play Tanganga there or not?
Emerson Royale.
Yeah, play him centre back. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, as much as he's one of our rocks at the back, but he's a liability as well. You know what? Yeah, imagine this, innit? You're relying on someone to perform, and they got one moment where they just lose control. The thing with him is he's got that
every game.
He's got that one moment where he loses control and makes it. And you know what? You know, some players just get away with it. You know, they lose control and they get away with it. With him, bro, he don't get away with shit. He makes it clear. I did it. It's like he puts himself out there and he says, "Yo, I done that." And what? But it's crippling our team.
The third orange card to keep from error chance. Before we go into like a match prediction, what's the point? FC is asking, can we discuss the Deadwood coming back and how we can get rid of them? Will this affect the summer transfer budget? So we have 250 million worth of players out on loan.
Yeah. So in my opinion, Lo Celso needs to stay.
Yeah, you want Lo Celso to give you another chance. The only two people I want to stay are Brian Hill and Reguilon. That's it.
No. Look, so I'm saying this: Lo Celso, Brian Hill, and Reguilon. I said them three players, in fact. But the reason I say Lo Celso, for me, we need midfielders. We don't have no midfielders. Like, let's be totally real. We've got Højbjerg, Oliver Skip, and Papa Sarr.
Yeah,
it's not good enough. Let's just say how it is. It's not good
54
enough.
54 games.
So
23 yellows, 2 reds. That's Romero, by the way.
What? 54 games, 23 yellows, 2 reds.
A yellow every other game. That's what I see it. But.
Bro. There's something wrong with him inside. It's crazy when you think about it. Like when you see him perform, it's just you know. Sometimes I watch him defend. I'm like, don't do nothing. And I go like that. Don't do nothing.
Oh yeah, big up Ben. It was his birthday today, so big up Ben. Ben Kaufman.
Happy birthday, my guy.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Save me some birthday cake, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Save me some birthday cake, bro.
Reguilon's joking. He's on final warning.
No, I think Lo Celso deserves the second chance, and I feel like our squad is so thin. We actually do need Lo Celso because I don't want to keep Ndombele, and I
I know,
definitely don't want to
I
keep
know.
Winks.
Yeah,
So out of all of them players I just said, Lo Celso's the only other option. Reguilon, I think he deserves a comeback. You know,
but apparently, according to people, he's not getting on well with Atletico. They don't like his attitude.
well, perfect. He can come back to Tottenham.
Yeah. Obviously,
You
and
know,
obviously his girlfriend's very pretty as well. That's another reason. But anyway,
trust me, man.
yeah.
Trust me.
So that's why I want him back.
Trust.
I mean, we've got bloody Sessignon on the left. At least we get fucking like eye candy if Reguilon's playing.
Yeah, no. In fact,
Yeah,
talking about Sessignon, what's your opinion? Is it time for him to go?
bro, he's got to go, man. I can't watch him play another game.
Yeah, man. What happened to the Sessignon of Fulham, man? He was running through everybody, man. It's just I don't know, man.
You know what? Even apparently Spurs were watching him when he was like 10, since he was 10.
Sit
So
down. Lo Celso and Ndombele, two big money signings.
the recruitment he'd done their due diligence, know where they would have signed. Yeah, that's true.
For me, look, it's not going to hurt anybody if Lo Celso does end up coming back. Let's be totally honest with you. Whereas, look,
Mm.
cool. And you have to also consider this as well. Lo Celso offers us more like there's more out of Lo Celso because he can play obviously the attacking midfielding role. He
And
can play the
deeper as
centre
well.
midfield
Yeah,
role,
yeah.
and he can play the deeper role. So when you're thinking about a player that can offer us three different positions that we are lacking in right now, because let's be totally real here. Do you think these owners are gonna buy a midfielder?
We have to because Bentancur's out till next year. Really, I don't think he'll be back till January next year.
I'm gonna say something right now. If you want to screenshot this,
Yeah,
screenshot it.
clip. Yeah,
Bentancur, Bentancur, Bentancur's Tottenham career is finished.
like the thing with him, man, is
It's
to come
finished.
back
No, no,
from an
he's
ACL. It's like a massive thing. Yeah,
Kapash.
yeah.
Listen, we've watched the last bit of Bentancur.
You don't think he'll come back at all?
No, no, he's gonna obviously come back, but it's not gonna be the player that he was before. You
You don't
know,
think?
he's not gonna ever trust his body. ACL injuries are career-ending injuries. You know,
Mm.
look at how many people, look at how many players have retired over ACL injuries, man. It's a serious injury.
Do you remember? Do you know who he reminds of? Do you remember Owen Hargreaves? Do you know who I'm
Yep.
talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and he got that massive injury, and he was
Mm-hmm.
Owen Hargreaves. I remember was one of my favorite players growing up because I thought the guy was like mustard.
Yeah.
But after that injury, he was never the same player. Like he got a
Never the
big
same
move,
player.
but he never was the same player.
Yeah, no. Them type of injuries are career-ending injuries, you know. Obviously, when my brother plays for Watford, they're not like they say there's certain injuries that it's crazy. Let me be totally real, crazy. And ACL is one of them. It's lifeline
Is
injury,
it
you know.
cruciate ligaments or something?
It's crazy. It's one of them crazy
Yeah.
injuries, man. That look, as much as we're gonna I'm calling it now, but he's out. He's not going to be the player that we've seen. And look, God forbid this happens. Let's just say, look, I want him to get better, of course,
For his own
but
health, anyway. Do you know
but
what I mean?
yeah, 100%. I want him to get better, of course, innit?
Mm.
But it's time to move on, in my opinion. I'm just being realistic, man. Look, I don't cap. I'll tell you straight.
Mm.
Literally, I'm being realistic because if it's a case of we're not going to get to see how Bentacle was performing, it's just like all these other players, Winks and
Oh yeah, I know.
Dombele.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's just like all these other players. So there's no point of having Bentancur on the roster. But back to my point, I feel like Lo Celso
Players,
out
yeah.
of all of these players, Lo Celso deserves a second chance. And also, you need to also consider this. our next manager is more likely to use the Celso than
Anyone else?
Winks.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
exactly my point. So I feel like the Celso deserves a second chance, a second spell. This because yeah, he wasn't all that when he was at Spurs, but the way Tottenham was performing, it was a bit,
We were shit
it was a
anyway.
bit,
Yeah,
it was shit anyway,
yeah.
And
Fair
yeah,
enough. I mean, that's your opinion. If you want the Celso back, that's fine. I
mm.
just don't think he's going to offer us anything. But anyway, so going on to Southampton, what's your score prediction before we end the stream? What do you
Bro,
think?
I think it's gonna. Like, I feel like we're gonna win.
Like 2-0?
2-0. Yeah, no, 2-0. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. I don't know, man. I can't trust them. 2-1.
I'm saying the same. It'll be 2-1 because we'll concede a goal.
Yeah, I can't
Like,
trust them to keep a
guaranteed.
clean sheet.
Yeah.
You can't trust these players to keep any clean sheets. It's impossible, man.
No way he's keeping a clean sheet.
No way. What's your lineup? What's your lineup? How you
we
lining
kind
up?
of predicted. So I want to see Richarlison on the left and Kulusevski on the right.
Left, right.
Because you can't drop Richarlison after that performance. Come on. And I think away from home, keeping possession is more important. So Kulusevski, he had a rest or a dropped or whatever last game. Bring him back in. At least he can control the ball a bit. Like, do you know what I mean? Richarlison, you can't drop Richarlison. You're not going to drop Kane. So, I don't know. I think
you're gonna drop Son.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's going to
Cool.
obviously offend half.
And then your midfield pair.
It has to be Højbjerg and Skip. We ain't got anyone else.
No Papa Sarr.
No, but for some reason, ever since he had those performances, he ain't playing anymore. I don't understand it. Like, he played well, and we're not playing him.
Cool. So,
then obviously the back five, we said, Porro, Davies, Dyer, Romero, Longley. I mean, I don't see any.
Oh, that's your back line, yeah?
Cool. I mean, we don't have any. He's not going to play Tanganga, is he? And
no, I said Emerson Royale.
Yeah, I just don't. I think we'll play Romero. I'll probably play Romero as well because we haven't seen Emerson.
Let's be totally real. He's going to play Romero. Yeah,
that's just me being. He's still going to play him.
He's still going to play that, brother. Yeah. For me, midfielding pair, I'm gonna obviously my back line. What I would want it to be, Pedro, Emerson, but Dyer, and then obviously long leg. And then on the left is obviously Ben Davies, right? Cool. Midfielding pair. Højbjerg, and see, this is a problem as well. I would love to see Papa Sarr, man. But it's going to be Oliver Skip, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's not. And then my front three. So
you can drop Richarlison. Because that's hard, honestly, after that performance, man.
I'm going to drop Kulu.
Kulu's already... So last game, Kulu didn't play anyway. He came off the bench.
Yeah, so, he could get benched again.
Son Kane, Richarlison.
Son Kane, Richarlison. He could get benched again.
Fair enough.
And then who's in goal for you? Foster.
I mean, there's no one else, is there? We're going to put Brand Austin in the goal or Whiteman?
No, Foster, man.
Yeah.
Foster.
Yeah, so do you think... Okay, before I top four... Not as in do you want to finish top four, but do you think we'll make top four, yes or no?
The way the league is going, yes, 110%. I generally do think we're going to finish top four. But do I want top four? No.
I don't really care. So,
no, I don't want top four. It's like, what's the point of having top four?
There's no point.
What are we going to achieve from having top four? The same shit every single year. But I generally think we will finish top four.
I think we will
because
too,
the way everybody else is performing, Newcastle's taking draws as well. They're only drawing. They're not winning, and all you know. They're having problems over there as well. Let's be totally honest with you, innit? And then obviously you got Liverpool. They just look. I don't know.
Not
They're good
something's
one
wrong with them,
game.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're broken. Obviously you got Chelsea. Chelsea's winning. Their last 2 games they've won. I swear. So it's like, and then obviously you got Tottenham,
Mm.
and our next few fixtures are easy fixtures, I assume. So obviously Nottingham Forest, right, is our next fixture. Is the fixture that we're obviously predicting. But
No, Southampton away. What do you mean?
oh yeah, Southampton. Nottingham Forest was before
Yeah.
Southampton away, and then who
Yeah.
else is after that?
We've got international break till the 3rd of April. I
So
think Everton, we've got Sean Dyche afterwards on the 3rd of April.
rah,
I
mad.
think I don't know if it's at home or away. I have to check, but Sean Dyche is the next guy.
That's a madness. I never knew. Okay, cool, fair enough. So we've
Yeah.
got Everton. Cool. So our next fixtures are
And
winnable.
then I
Let's be
think
totally real.
they've got an easy team than Bournemouth. I'm in Cyprus in the Bournemouth game, and then we'll come back and we've got Newcastle away on the 22nd. Then we've got United at home. Then we've got Liverpool away at the end of April / May.
Yeah. Fair enough. So look, our next 5 fixtures, you've just said easy teams to me, innit? You know, are all winnable. Take into consideration that we're playing 1 game a week, so we should win. But before we end the stream,
yeah,
I want to know this opinion. Like, what your opinion about this?
Yeah.
What's your opinion about Danjuma?
I haven't watched him enough, so I don't know if he's good or bad. But at this point, you probably deserve to go over Son if the way Son was playing and where the front line was playing. Kulusevski wasn't playing well when he came back from injury. But obviously, he's a club signing. Did you hear what Conte said? He goes, the club wanted to loan this player. He can play in this position, that position. But the fact he said the club wanted to loan this player tells me that the club went out and bought him. Yeah.
It's not his signing. Yeah, true.
Because if he said, "Oh, Danjuma can play this in this position, we're trying to ease him in or something," he didn't mention, "Oh, the club bought this player" at the beginning. I think I would have been like, But this is why I think he won't play because it's a club. You know that Spence, remember Spence? It's like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Danjuma was probably told by the club, "Oh, you'll come in on the Conte, who get played, you get a chance."
Yeah, man, they just chat some BS to these players, man, and these players are so.
Because they wanted someone to come in to cover Brian Hill. Because let's face it, if Kulusevski got injured, Son got injured, Richarlison got injured,
we're still playing Lucas Moura.
Danjuma's gonna have to play, isn't he?
We're still playing Lucas Moura.
Oh yeah, and Lucas got injured. So they all got injured, then Danjuma would have to play.
Interesting, man.
So yeah, where are you streaming this week at all, or?
You know what? Yeah. I am gonna for a change.
Yeah,
I am gonna. It's just it's so hard to get back into this type of like streaming madness. You know, when you next available?
Like tomorrow. Thursday's hard for me because I've got something on that day.
Okay, cool.
So Wednesday, that's doable. Wednesday's doable around this time. Yeah.
Cool. You know what? I'll just message you then.
Yeah. But Thursday's the only day because I think I have something on that day. I'll probably have something on that day. Normally on Thursday I'm free, but I'm not this week. That's why I tried to do it today.
Yeah. Totally get that, man.
But anyway,
honestly, thank you for having me on again,
right,
man.
Come on, you Spurs, and leave you out, of course, man. Leave you out
all the way, man.